Hello twin flames, thank you for being here, for liking, subscribing and all the amazing comments and feedback you leave me. It means the world, as you know, and if you are new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, join our family because we're here for you every day. So I've received some powerful information from heaven, got some numbers for you, some songs for you. We're going to tap in with the energy of the connection, see what's going on with the masculine, see what you're dealing with today, feminines, and really work out what's going on this fabulous Friday. So let's start with the songs. So I've had two channel songs. Let me just move this table out of the way. So I've had two channel songs coming through, one from the feminine and one for the masculine. So we're going to start with these then. And these will be songs you've probably heard 100 times. You know, you may have thought that they are twin connected, but really now they're coming through to show you the way, you know, things are shifting and changing. And the feminines on this journey, your mission, your role is to release fear and to replace it with faith and to surrender the journey. You know, as a feminine, sometimes we chase this down, we try and make it happen, you know, we want it now, and we have to learn to trust. We have to learn to surrender, to give it to heaven, to trust in the power of love. And I'm constantly talking about with you guys because that's what we have to do. And when I did that, that's when the doors opened to union. You know, and I went through a big, you know, period of like 10 years of being a crazy person. And we're all that crazy on this journey, you know, forcing it, wanting it, needing it. And when we finally let go, we step out of our own way and the universe steps in. And I feel that's kind of what's happening with the feminine today because they've guided me to the song Fallin by Alicia Keys. Very powerful song. And if you actually look at the words and the lyrics, so powerful. It says, I keep on falling in and out of love with you. Okay? So this is when, you know, we go through this period where we know we love our divine masculine with all our heart and soul. But when they do things that trigger us or, you know, we see something we don't like or something starts hurting us, we question everything. So it's like you fall in and out of love. You know, they wind you up, they trigger you, and you think, why? Why is this all happening? Why me? Why this? Why now? And you go in all this doubt and fear, and then something happens and you fall back in love, like you see a sign or a synchronicity or something that reminds you of the power of the connection. And you think, why was I ever doubting it? So you never really fall out of love with that. But you go through this process where you're connecting with your higher self, which is where the love is, or you're connecting with the ego where the fear is, which creates the doubt and the illusion. So it's like a seesaw, you know, of emotion. And when we come into union, we are in alignment, which means the seesaw stops moving and we let go and trust. We trust. Everything stops being so painful or, you know, so blissful because we just feel it's real, we just know. You know, we finally release it to heaven. It's a full feeling of surrender. So sometimes I love you, sometimes you make me blue. And that's true. You know, sometimes your masculine makes you feel wonderful. And sometimes they make you feel blue. But it's not actually what the divine masculine is doing at all. It's how we feel about it. It's how we respond to it. It's how we perceive it. Because our thoughts become things. And everything that's happening to us, even what your masculine is doing or not doing, is a neutral thing. It's how we see it that makes it good or bad. So your masculine could do something really horrible to you, but you could actually see it in a positive way. And that makes it positive. Or you could see it as the worst thing in the world and that makes it negative. So remember, it's all about how we perceive our journey. And that makes you the creator of your life. And that puts you as a divine feminine in your power. Sometimes I feel good. At times I feel used. And that's so true. Because we do feel used. But again, it's our own self. You know, when we're feeling that way, when we're going through that kind of emotion, it's an opportunity for us to grow, to heal, to go within. To ask ourselves, why am I feeling this way? What is this showing to me? Who am I? What's going on? And if you feel good, you think, wow, I'll keep doing what I'm doing then. Loving you, darling, makes me so confused. And confusion is the big one we go through as a divine feminine, because we don't understand what's going on in the masculine's mind. Sometimes we don't know what's going on in their life too. But mainly it's about, what are they thinking? Do they even care? Do I even matter? Why can they drop me so quickly and move on? But it's never like that. That's just how we perceive it to be. So remember, it's all in our perception, and that's why we are growing, evolving and learning every single day. So I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone the way I loved you, and that's so true. We never love anyone the way we love our twin flame. We never love anyone. We never feel that power. It doesn't matter if you've been in a relationship before that's lasted 40, 50 years. When you meet your twin, a second, it spans a lifetime. This is the power of the love. That's why it's so hard for people outside of the twin flame journey to understand the twin flame journey, because they've never really experienced that type of intense love before. Even in relationships that have gone on for a long time with the twin flame love, it's electric. It's a feeling of coming home. It's a knowingness of who you are and recognizing who they are, because they were part of you and you were a part of them. And that's a right you defend, which I spoke about the other day in that Barbra Streisand song. Oh, I never felt this way. How do you give me so much pleasure and cause me so much pain? So this is kind of working everything out. This song is really the divine feminine trying to work out what this is. Work out the journey. Work out how it can be so painful and pleasure all at the same time. Why it causes pain. Because, logically or rationally, you would think, well, if it's meant to be, it wouldn't hurt. Okay, if it's meant to be, it would be easy. Okay, it would be as easy as breathing if it's meant to be. But the thing is, when you come into union, it is that way. It's how you evolve into union. That's what you've signed up for. So when these people, relationship gurus or, even your friends or family or someone says, oh, it's not meant to be because it wouldn't be that hard. If that person really loved you, it wouldn't be so hard. They'd just fight for you. They'd tell you how they feel. Yes, that's true in a normal kind of soul connection, a soulmate relationship. But with twin flames, it's all about growth and learning. It's preparing you for mission. It's getting you ready for what's to come. You've come here to grow, to understand, to evolve. So it's different. Okay? You come here to go through the highs and lows and the roller coaster ride, and you just have to ride it. So this is about understanding what this is. Yes, there's pleasure. Yes, there's pain, but there's also so much pleasure. So this is the understanding. And just when I think I've taken more than would a fool, I start falling back in love with you. So that's kind of how we feel as well. We kind of think, right, enough's enough, I'm moving on. We feel strong for like a day. And we think, I've not been a fool anymore. I'm moving on. And then something will happen again that makes you fall for them again, or fall back in the cycle, or, you see a sign, or they come back into your life, or something happens. And you think, what's going on? Am I a fool for this love? But you're not a fool. You're really not. You're the sanest you've ever been. You are a lover and a fighter. You know your power. You are a warrior of love. I keep on falling in and out of love with you because I've never loved someone the way I love you. And that's really what we understand as a divine feminine. That's the conclusion that comes out of all the doubt. Well, there's got to be something big to this because I've never felt this way for someone. I've never loved someone like this, especially if, you've got an online connection and you're thinking, what? Why do I feel so strong about someone I've never met? Okay, or someone I've never really spent time with, or someone I don't know. If your twin flame is a celebrity, or, you've never met in the physical world, you think, what? Am I going crazy? Am I making this up in my head? What's it all about? And it continues, and at the end it says what and a question mark. So what the feminine is going through here is, what is this? Wow, and when you become the observer of your journey, and you realise that it's happening to you, but it's happening for you. when you start observing it. So you kind of take yourself out of your experience and you see it from a fresh perspective. You raise your vibration and you look at it all again with the eyes of love. You become the observer and it becomes very interesting. Oh, isn't that interesting? That I'm feeling that pain. Isn't it interesting that I feel this intense love this way? Wow. So start to be the observer of your life. And for the masculines, I received the song, which I'd never heard before, to be quite honest with you, Leave the Door Open by Bruno Mars and Paak, or however it's said. And I've never heard this before. It come on and I was like tapping in with the masculine energy. And it says, what you doing, what you doing. So this is curiosity right now. The divine masculine right now is looking for a way in. Okay, the divine masculine knows they've messed up. If you remember and you watch today's members reading, I talk about the masculines going through their shadow work. And it's not dark night of the soul stuff. Okay, they're not in that kind of energy. They're understanding, okay, they're growing, they're believing, they're awakening. So what they're doing is they are realizing that their actions have consequences. And they know that they've said things to you in the heat of the moment, through anger, frustration of their own life, and they've took it out on you. So they know they've said some things that may be not very nice, or they've lied, or they've hid things away. You know, maybe they've kind of denied the feelings. However they've treated you, disrespected you, spoke to you, you know, they are feeling the pain and the anger from that. So they're really kind of going over it in the head and working through that pain, and they want to apologise. And they're curious because they want to know what you're doing. So they're also feeling a bit jealous, you know, a bit angry with themselves, frustrated with themselves, and hoping that you're not going to move on. And they're really asking you in the song to leave the door open, to not shut the door in the face, to not abandon them. So it says, what you doing, what you doing, where you at, where you at. So this is the masculines wondering what you're up to, curious about what you're up to, where you're at, what you're doing, how your head is. You know, where's your head at? That kind of energy. They're wondering what you're doing, divine feminine, no matter how it seems. Oh, you've got plans. You've got plans. Don't say that, shut your trap, okay? I think this song's funny because the masculines are saying, what? You've got plans? Don't say that. You know, shut your trap. In other words, don't say things I don't like to hear. So, you know, maybe your masculine has contacted you and you've said, I can't meet you right now, I've got plans. Or, you know, you've already made plans, you're not going to cancel things for them. They've got to fit into your life too. You know, whereas before, you may have dropped everything to see them. You know, if you've made plans and out the blue, they're like, oh, can we spend some time together? You know, you're like, well, actually, no. You know, I'm busy, I'm doing something else, I've got plans already. And, you know, I learned that over a 6-year affair with a catalyst. You know, he was married and, you know, he just expected me to drop everything, you know, at the drop of a hat when he wanted to see me. And I did for so long because, you know, I thought he was that important. Well, I was more important. And when I realised that, I actually said, no, you know, I've got plans myself. You know, you can't just expect me to drop everything. You know, you have to make the effort too. And I feel this is where the divine feminine is at, because you're in your power and you're working on you know, your career, your goals, your dreams, all the things that light you up. So you're no longer kind of making the masculine the priority in your life. You're putting yourself first. And the masculine is also putting themselves first to make the changes they're being guided to make. But the feminine here is also, you know, doing you. You know, the feminine here is in control of her own life here. So, you know, maybe they've reached out and said, can I meet you? And you've said, hang on, no, it'll have to be another day, or I can't talk at this moment, or just wait. You know, maybe that's the energy you're sending out, that you are busy. You know, that you're working on you, that you're working on self-love. And the masculines feel it automatically, you know, and it's a good thing. You know, don't worry that, oh, do they feel like I'm distancing myself, or I'm moving on. Okay, they don't feel that. They just feel something shifting. And the shift is that you're working on you. You've got your own plans. You're busy with your own stuff. Okay, you're doing you. And the masculine's like, what? You've got plans? Not that they don't think you're a busy person, or, you know, they expect you to drop everything, but they're just like curious. It's curiosity and also a bit of fear. Oh, you've got plans. Who with? What you're doing? Where you're going? okay, as something more important than me. So the masculines are working through this darkness here. I'm sipping wine, sip, sip. So they may be having a drink. They may be distracting themselves. They may be kind of, at night thinking of you having a drink. Or, remember, if they do drink alcohol, sometimes it's like a truth serum to that. It makes them see clearly. That's why, they say people speak the truth when they're drunk. People obviously become their worst version as well, or, a bigger version of who they are when they're drinking alcohol. But the truth sometimes comes out too. So I feel this, I'm sipping wine, sip, sip. I feel this is like a truth serum. I'm a robe, dip, drip, drip. I look too good to be alone, woohoo. So I feel this is them kind of justifying in their mind why they feel lonely. Why they feel this way. They're distracting themselves with other things. So he's saying there, I look too good to be alone. So what he's reminding you, yes, he's got an ego and he's dealing with that ego, but he's also got his own insecurities too. So he may be dealing with insecurity and fear around you. It says, my house is clean, my pool is warm, just shaved smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing, romancing in the east wing and the west wing of this mansion. What's happening? So this is him having a conversation with himself. And we've got the newborn. I've just shaved smooth like a newborn. So this is a big sign. Intuitively, he's being reborn. He's testing the water in the pool. My pool is warm. So he feels like he's feeling all this warm energy when he's connecting with you. And he's cleaning his house. My house is clean. My house clean. So he's cleaning things up. He's getting ready. And he's saying to you, we should be dancing, romancing. So he knows that he should be spending time with you. And he's saying to you, I ain't playing no games. Every word that I say is coming straight from the heart. So if you try and lay in these arms, I'm leaving the door open. So what he's saying to you is, when he's telling you he loves you, and when he's being open and honest with you about how he truly feels, instead of denying his feelings and acting like a crazy person, he's saying to you, I aren't playing games, this is what I want. Every word I say is genuine and it's coming from my heart. I want you. I want you to leave the door open. I want you to be patient with me, to trust me that I will find my way, and that you feel the way I feel. Says that you feel the way I feel. And that's so powerful, because in the Aries reading, not today, yesterday, the message that came out was, I feel what you feel. Okay, so watch that reading, because even though you may not be a fire sign or an Aries, the Aries energy is around us all right now. So every word I say is coming from my heart, and it says that you feel the way I feel. So this is recognition that it's love, it's real, it's not unrequited. You may think, well, my masculine doesn't feel that way for me. If you're watching this video and you're saying in your mind, this is my twin flame, this is my divine masculine, then you should know that this is your one, that there's nobody else meant for them. You are one, you belong, you are together. No matter what anyone else says or does, no matter what any other reader says or does, you know your heart, you know your soul, you know your truth. So trust in that. Tell me that you're coming through. So your masculine is saying here, I can feel this love coming through. Tell me, speak to me. So this is about telepathic communication, connecting on all levels, tapping in. And it says here, so tight I won't bite unless you like. So I feel your masculine is letting you know that they are, taking down their walls. They want to be able to speak to you with love, not hate. Because sometimes they speak hateful things because that's how they feel about the self. They're hating their own life. They're hating the life they're living. So they take it out on everyone else. That's why the masculine say, don't pay attention to my moods if I'm biting. I won't bite. So, sometimes they hurt with the things they say. The tongue has the power to harm or heal. If you smoke, I got the haze. And if you're hungry, I got fillets. What I feel with this is the smoke is the confusion or the smoke screen, and the hungry is the hunger for each other. That your masculine saying that I've got fillets, so he can fill you up, he can give you what you need. I'm talking, kissing, cuddling, rose petals in the bathtub, girl, let's jump in, it's bubbly. So your masculine saying to you, I want to talk to you, kiss you, cuddle you, romance you, spend time with you, be with you. And I'm not playing any games because every word I say is genuine. I'll leave the door open. He says, I'm going to leave the door open, okay? Which means they are leaving the door open and so are you. So the big message here is you're both going through different things, but you're both finding your way. Now, the numbers we had coming through, and, me and George are watching a new series called 4400, and I saw some numbers in this, and I was like, wow, a lot of power in this series as well. Messages about the future and change and everything working out. So we're going to use Angel Numbers by Kyle Gray for this, but remember, you can also use my new deck. Okay, wherever I've put it, where is it? Okay, it is the Angel Numbers deck. I did a deck walkthrough, so you can use this deck too. I've got it here. If you've got this deck, you can use this deck too, because you can find the numbers that correlate to, any number you're seeing. And I know a lot of you see numbers, So we know that the number 3 means to have faith. Okay, we know that already. So when I'm looking at this number, because I can intuitively read numbers now, and that was something I couldn't do for a long time, but the angels give you what you need. So if you're asking for something, if you want to know how to read numbers and you're not sure, ask the angels and they will download the information to you. You may hear it as ringing in the ears. It's when you're being given information. So I can now look at a number and intuitively know what it means for my journey or for the collective journey. So this is to have faith in new beginnings and to have faith that it's all working out. That's what the message is saying to you. Have faith that it's all working out. So the number 313 from Kyle Gray here, and this is just a bit more in depth, is it says, well, we're at 313, emerge from the cave. Okay, emerge from the cave. Now that's powerful because if the masculines have been hiding away, processing, working out their feelings, if they've been silent, if you've been in separation, you're now emerging from the cave. It's like the hermit in the tarot, finding all the answers. Now you're moving out of that energy. Let your light be seen. So the masculines are emerging now so they can be seen. And the divine feminine is shining her light brightly to be seen. You are here to learn and to teach. So this number is reminding you that you are a teacher, but you're also a student, that you're here to learn and grow. And that's what the twin flame journey is. A journey of growth, a journey where you learn, but you also teach. And your divine masculine is your greatest teacher. And you are theirs. You trigger their spiritual awakening. And they trigger things within you that come up to the surface to be healed. Because the wound is where the light goes in, as Rumi said. So trust in this love. This is a big message about faith and power in the journey that you were on. We've got 85. So this is about all the changes that are happening for you. To bring in abundance, to bring in power, to bring in health, to bring in everything you're dreaming of, to move you where you're meant to be. So the number 85, it says you were not born to suffer. Wow, you were not born to suffer. So if you're watching this thinking this journey is just suffering, you were not born to suffer. Move beyond expecting a negative outcome. What a powerful message. So if you're seeing this number, and you're seeing it now, or you start seeing 8s or 5s, it's also a reminder to be a victor of your life, not a victim. We can all do that. We've all been there. And that's when we're on the floor and Archangel Michael picks us up. That's when we're blaming everything. We're blaming the karmic partner. We're blaming the pandemic. We're blaming our twin. We're blaming ourselves. We blame everything. Instead of looking within and realizing we have the power to change our life. It's the thoughts that we think. This whole journey is a neutral thing. It's how we see it that makes it good or bad. So when something happens to you and you feel that you're suffering, ask yourself why. Why do I feel this way? Be the observer of your journey. What is this teaching to me? You guys have been saying to me, wow, Liz, it's inspiring how you've handled your mum's transition. Now don't get me wrong, I adored my mum. We were best friends. But she wouldn't want me wallowing around in self-pity or being a victim. She'd say, get up, warrior, like Archangel Michael says to you when you deal with any pain. Or, your higher self is always speaking to you. Get up, warrior. You are a warrior of love. You're here to live your life, not wallow in self-pity and pain. You weren't born to suffer. You were born to thrive. You were born to survive, to live, to enjoy, to grow, to learn, to be a leader. That's who you are. So get up on your feet today and say, I'm not taking it anymore. I'm standing up for who I am. I know this journey is teaching me, growing me, healing me, helping me to see, leading me forward. So you are supported from heaven. And we've got 639. So this is another message to have faith that your spiritual world and your physical world are aligning. 69 is about alignment and balance. So this is showing you, have faith that you are now balancing your energy, that you're balancing your emotion, that everything is falling into place. So the number from Kyle's book says, you are being encouraged to take time to receive. Now listen to the words there, take time to receive. So you must be patient with this, to allow yourself to receive what you're asking for, to be made ready for what you desire. Sometimes the greatest sense of connection comes from accepting the world as it is before moving forward. And that's so true, because they're giving me fear, because on this journey we have to love our life as it is to get more. We have to love our life now to be in union. You can't be in pain and suffering energy and move into union. You're not on the right vibration. So we have to accept things. We have to say, okay, this is how it is. So I'm going to make the best of it now. I'm going to look for the positive aspects in it now. I'm going to look for the good in it now, to bring in everything that I desire now in this moment, to feel strong, to feel safe, to feel alive. So this is encouraging you to enjoy the now and be grateful. And the quickest way to let go of fear, anger, resentment, frustration, pain is to look for things that you are grateful for. Gratitude will shift your vibration and elevate your mood. It will put you back into your power and it will bring you back into the now. And that's where you are safe. So we're going to use some cards then. I'm going to use the same cards I have used for members. So I'm going to use the magical messages from the fairies. So let's get a message for the feminine today. Okay, a message for the divine feminine, please. There we go. A message for the divine masculine. A message for the masculine. There we go. And a message for the journey. Wow, okay. So I've got one sticking up. There we go. I'm going to take these out that have jumped. Everything happens for a reason. I'm going to do a connection message from Jesus, who helps us to embody the power of unconditional love. And I'm going to use the messages from divine masculine to divine feminine to do a message from your masculine. I feel it's that one. So let's start with this message from Jesus. Well, look at this for powerful. And I've got a story about this card. Forgive and you shall be forgiven. Forgive and you shall be forgiven. So everything again is about forgiveness. And I love this card. You've got Jesus there. You could see that lady there as Mary Magdalene. I always see that as Mary Magdalene being forgiven for what she perceives in her own mind to be her sin. Because remember, it's all about how we see things. It's how we see it. You may think you've done something wrong when you really haven't. So the angels are forgiving you. Jesus here is forgiving you. Forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong. You could see that as you in that card there, getting forgiveness from heaven, releasing the past, feeling clean, feeling free, feeling burdensome. If you're feeling burdensome, releasing your burdens. Because when we feel burdened by things, we feel heavy. We feel like there's things on our back, like carrying the cross. We feel toxic. We feel pain. And when we are forgiven, when we forgive ourselves, when we allow that burden to go, we feel clean, we feel free, we feel fresh, we feel reborn. And that was obviously the energy of Easter, to be reborn. And I actually got baptized, by the way, on Easter Sunday in 2016, okay? So I actually, my email, my normal email is connected with that number. 2016, because that was a time of me being reborn. And what happened with me there was, I told you before I went through an affair with a catalyst, I wanted to kind of wash all of that away. So I got baptized, I got, fully immersed, and I got, reborn. So that's what I had to do at the time for me, to heal what I've been through, what I've gone through, because it was something I was seeing, that I was dirty in me. So remember, it's how we see it. It's how we see ourselves. It's how we see the journey. It's our perception of everything. And we learn and grow. And, now in 2021, 5 years later, 17, 9, 20, 5 years later, I realised I didn't need to be baptised or to go through that. But at the time I did. So remember, we grow, we learn, we evolve, we go through things, connected with our experiences at the time. So this is healing. This is forgiveness. This is power. And, I've actually got this whole card as a jigsaw puzzle. So the pieces of the puzzle fit into place. You're shown the way. So for the Divine Feminine, look at this, we've got holiday. It says, and then maybe you are thinking about a holiday, a vacation, getting away, spending some time away, thinking, I mean, in the UK right now, we've just come out of the lockdown. We can't actually go away just yet, but we can go shopping now. We can do things that we couldn't do last week. So it feels like a holiday. But I feel this is you embracing you. Maybe you're booking a holiday, you're thinking about a holiday, and you're feeling better, brighter. So I feel this energy around the feminine today is more light. A lighter energy, like you feel when you're on holiday. You're seeing things as an adventure. You're seeing things from a new perspective right now. The answers you're looking for can be found during a vacation. So this is kind of like going within a break or a holiday getaway. This is about a retreat. I feel this energy is, taking some time out for you. The answers that you are looking for, whatever you're seeking, outdoors in nature, in the sun, spending time walking through woodlands or connecting with the outdoors in some way. So you're receiving answers today through nature, maybe time within. Remember the card that said, the number that said coming out of the cave. If you've seen 85, coming out of the cave. But I feel that's more the masculine doing that now. The feminine here is working everything out, and you're realising how powerful you are. And in the members' message yesterday, I spoke about, how the feminine has so much power and so much strength to do things on her own or on his own, going away on your own, doing things on your own, because you've got that divine feminine power within you. And this is that energy, feeling free, feeling good, embracing your freedom. If you're single, embracing being single, embracing who you are in this moment, so it feels good. It's like you're being reborn into new energy. For the masculine, we've got walk away. Now, this is super powerful because the masculines need to walk away from their toxic binds, the things that have been dragging them down. Leave the situation, okay? Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. So the masculines are being guided to leave the past behind, to walk away from karmic relationships, jobs, homes, family situations, addiction, toxic energy, anything that's dragging them down. They are being guided to walk away. And that's the energy they are in right now. For the journey, we've got, look at this, your wish is granted. What you've asked for is coming true. So you've been asking for this journey. You've been asking for it, and now it has been given. The angels are showing this to you. Okay? Jesus is saying to you, when you ask, it is given. Okay? When you forgive, it will be forgiven. The angels are saying to you, everything is falling into place and you are safe. So there's magic flowing in here. Your dreams are coming true. Everything's okay. Wow. So the angel's saying, wait, it's okay. They're kind of showing you the hand there. That's stop, wait, don't worry. Everything's okay. Don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. Everything's okay. So the angel's saying to you, your dreams are coming true and everything's going to be okay. Trust in the power of this love. We've got business venture. So this is about your joint mission together. You have a mission together, but right now you may be getting things in order, taking care of business, getting things sorted out. The masculines are certainly doing this, taking care of business by walking away from the past. Maybe you're having a break from business by booking a vacation or a holiday. But I feel this is you moving where you're meant to be. Trust and follow through on a new business idea or a career opportunity. So this is reminding you now's the time, and I go way more into detail about career, like changes in career today in the members reading. You know, if you want to become a member, follow the description below or hit the join button for details. It's the price of a cup of coffee and you get guidance every day, you know. So this is saying to you, you know, there's a change coming in here, a new opportunity. And I feel this is so powerful right now for divine feminines especially, to be focusing on service, to be guided where you're meant to go. And we've got winter and we've got daughter. So this is about you embracing your inner child. Okay, it's about tapping in with who you are, good news on the way. Maybe there's a daughter involved. That could be right now something that's been tied up. You know, like tying up loose ends, like the masculines may be taking care of their business, for their daughter, or making sure things are sorted out for their daughter, tying up loose ends with their karmic partner because of their daughter. He says the answer to your question involves your daughter. You could have a daughter. That person may be, you know, an inspiration in your life right now. Remember, everyone who comes into your life is kind of a soul teacher to you, and you're a soul teacher to them. So I feel as well, this is about your energy, you being the daughter of heaven or the son of heaven, tapping in with your true self. And we've got winter. The answer to your prayers and affirmations are fully realised in the winter months. So this is reminding you that during the winter times, which is the cold times, so you may be thinking straight away about winter as in a month of the year or a season of the year. But what I'm feeling is the coldness, the times of cold, like separation, like stillness, quiet. You know, if your masculine's being cool to you, that's when the answers come. You know, when you're spending time alone, that's where the answers come, in the stillness. And obviously we had a big awakening and a huge change or shift happening at the winter solstice last year. So changes, shifts and things happening. But I feel this is the energy where, you know, the winter is being stripped away to bring the spring in, which is happening now to move us forward. And look at this, yeah, definitely another card here, the masculine. We've got number 9, which is about spiritual journey and spiritual awakening, realization, you know, completion, the end of the old to bring in the new. Your masculine is saying to you, I'm ashamed at the way I treated you, and I'm working on becoming a better person. So powerful, because that's exactly the message that came through in members with different cards. You know, the masculine is in pain, anger today, frustration at the way they've treated you, you know, the things they've done. So your masculine, I'm ashamed at how I've treated you. I'm ashamed at the things I've said, and I'm working on becoming a better person. So trust in the love. It's all falling into place. You've got this, and heaven has got you. Have a great day, sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon.